single fucking day. We gon' make it someday. We gon' make it someday. We gon' make it someday.
Niggas killing niggas, man, this shit is genocide. Niggas switch on niggas, are you sure he gonna ride? Circle full of squares, but your guy can't pick a side. When it rains, it pours, if you scared to stay inside. Saucing on the strip, I can barely open my eyes. The baby got the shaking, you know a nigga is fried. I told her I'm a star and I'm just falling through the night. And if you fuck with that, then you can fuck with me tonight. I'ma go stunt my niggas. Pat me a dud, not a swisher. You acting all out for the women. And now I'm not stunting these bitches. I'ma go give me some money. I'ma go fuck on your woman. I beat up the boss like a drama. She hooked on the
Oh, he got it on him. He got it on him.
So last time saying this shit, yo. This is my last time going out for a while, man. I am under.
This nigga.
Man,
Talking
it's
about tonight is your last
tonight's the
time?
last night.
House arrest after this.
House arrest. I gotta get ready for the playoffs for real. I gotta keep my body in check. Keon, happy belated birthday, buddy. Had a great time this weekend. Let's get right into it, man. Welcome to another episode of What We Talking About podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Diddy Podman. Here with my brothers, back with the gang. We got fresh cut shorty.
Hey, you see it?
Feel me?
Yeah, baby. What's
Nigga
happening?
look 12.
That shit gone. What's happening? It's your boy Mike, a.k.a. Mr. Challenge Exchange, representing Team Body Right.
Jay still don't play.
What's happening? It's Captain. Let's go.
Lastly, Elliot got a new car. We're super excited about it.
That boy could not wait.
Oh, man.
Out the gate, boy.
Yeah, my nigga got a new car.
Hey, it makes an appearance on IG.
It makes the appearance
Every day.
Every day. Every
Hey,
day.
That was just for the first week.
Won't even.
He's standing outside of it.
Yeah,
He's
inside
inside of
of
it.
it.
You gonna see that sunroof.
Yeah. All the views. But one tells what deal he got it from, though. 'Cause I'm curious.
Nah.
So I would say
about that.
thank you again, Mr. Thompson, for only one buying the car from me. Aaron, I forget about you, buddy. Left me hanging as well. So, guys, what's up? Talk to me, man. It's been a few weeks. How have y'all been? Glad to see y'all's faces.
Hey, man, we've been moving around, man. We've been getting shit done.
Yeah.
A lot of work,
Yeah.
a lot of self-work.
Yes.
Getting ready for the summer, man.
Yeah,
That's
summer
it.
bodies coming in.
Everything's on the way.
Waves on the way.
What's
Come on,
what's that work you've been doing? Tell us about it. Give us a
No.
little.
We
tell
ain't
us
gotta
okay.
dive.
All right.
We ain't
Why
gotta
not?
dive.
That's what the podcast is
We
for.
can. Nah, just restructuring the business, man, and saying that I want to make changes. Feeling like the image allowed me to hide behind really committing to them, so I felt like I needed to make a drastic change to make a drastic change.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened.
Yeah. I did the same thing at the beginning of the year. That was the whole cutting off the beard thing, so I definitely feel it.
Cut your beard?
You cut your beard?
I cut it off.
Like gone?
When?
Y'all niggas ain't, y'all don't pay
Roll
no
those-
attention.
Hey, ride that back.
We gotta run this
We're
shit
gonna do that
back.
shit like we did
Yeah,
last time.
Cool. So started the beginning of the year.
January.
Like, January. All this was
I
gone.
do not remember
Like
that.
no beard?
It was like 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. I don't remember that.
It was low. It might not have been 5. It was like
I kind of know
6:45.
that. I think I cut my shit. I felt like Elliot cut his shit like a week or two
You
after.
cut, you cut yours,
yeah,
and then a
that's
couple
true.
weeks later, I cut mine.
He did.
So you
Yeah.
ain't have no beard?
I had a light beard as well.
Yeah,
I had a
light
little
beard,
shadow.
yeah.
It's a process
Yeah.
growing back now.
Yeah, so I definitely feel you on that.
I
New
gotta be a
energy,
little bit
new
more
vibe,
observant.
all that stuff, man. All that. Definitely been in the lab. Got a pop-up coming up Sunday.
Speak about it.
We're at a neighborhood theater in Noda.
Nice.
Okay.
Fresh to Death. It's their 3rd annual. And so Captain with the B-Fly Products merch, we're going to be out there. Y'all pull up. It's from 10 to 10. I'm
What?
not going to be there from 10 to 10. I'll be there from 10 until
You sell
I
out.
sell out.
So 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah, I'll be there until I sell out or until I just can't take it no more.
You know about how many different vendors supposed to be there?
Ooh, it's like 35 to
I'm about to say, if it's
40.
Noda, it's gonna
Like
be
it's a
packed.
lot.
Like,
Like,
it's Noda, it's gonna be
it's a
packed.
lot. It's a lot of different vendors.
So before we transition into actual topics tonight, I just want to say this last thing. I think it's very important that we shout out the people that show up for shit. Had a funeral I went to last month, and it felt like it was like fake vibes in there, right? You can just tell that some of these people ain't been around a long time. They were all there kind of just to show face. What they talked about when they gave like the eulogy parts of it was very, very surface level.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't seem like there was actual real love there. And then this weekend I had was just, going to my man's party and shit like that. And then going to New York for a day. People I just met on another trip, like just turn up times. niggas are trying to change their work schedule to kick it and shit like that. And these ain't niggas I even know like that.
Right.
We got people that be in the same city that we know for a long time that don't show up all the time. They always got 1,000 excuses and things of that nature. So I feel like those people that just always show love, that seem like they're strangers, I think we should just show them more appreciation, man. I just had to get it off my chest, man, because I think it happens too often nowadays. You know, sometimes you got to just look over your roster of like your friendships and relationships you have with people sometimes.
Yeah, we talked about that one time
Yeah,
before.
we definitely did.
Yeah.
Definitely got to reevaluate and see who's there and who's not.
You know.
So y'all don't care what I've been up to the last couple weeks and we ain't seen each other?
I was waiting on you. I was waiting on you.
That's
You
good.
see, hey, that nigga,
Yeah.
hey, he said, fuck that. We not stopping at the
Yeah, I
fast
don't
food.
give a fuck about Jay. What the fuck Jay been doing? Jay was sick. Jay was fucked up. You don't even care.
But today,
Sick
I
and
knew he was sick, nigga. I
sick
bet
and
you-
shut-in list. The sick and shut-in list.
But that was right after my trip to Charleston.
Right after the trip.
Right after the trip to Charleston.
Yeah.
So thank God for letting me get through Charleston. That was a vibe. But no, I've been chilling, working, getting over being sick, and spring cleaning, organizing, you know, getting my shit together.
That's all you got for us?
I mean, what the fuck you have?
Nigga, I ain't got shit. That's why I went to a whole different thing. You hopped on, you about to say something fucking
You know what?
announce worthy.
You know what, Diddy?
What's up?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on with the show, host.
You said host or host?
Host.
Oh, okay.
It was an ST at the end,
Look.
bro. It was an ST.
Yeah. I think we had enough of that hoe word in this first show. I don't want to hear none of y'all say hoe no more.
I just.
Not hoe ass nigga, nothing with the hoe.
Not ho,
Not
ho,
ho,
ho.
Not hoe.
Fuck Christmas.
Say happy Kwanzaa, nigga.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
That's a fact. And I've been playing all that. I ain't ever heard something wrong.
Y'all niggas is stupid.
So now we actually start the podcast.
Let's go.
So, something been on my chest again is niggas be putting on these facades, man, and I'm not a fan of it. So I just wanted to talk about just the guys that change up when they get around certain people, different rooms, and just not the person that they know they are. I feel like they do it more than women do. I know we get on women all the time, like they still see something on Instagram, but yo, that chick's not like that at all. But if you really think about it, I think niggas change a lot more than chicks. And I just want to get to the root of it and why I think that is. Is it for image? Is it for they don't have enough self-confidence who they think they are?
What you think?
Let's give them. Let's get a viewers an example so we can give us some context.
Okay.
So kind of know what we trying to.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, what we talking about.
Okay. A good one could be that I feel like people move for social media. I feel like as a adult, male or female, I feel like when you get a certain age or whatever, like you should be just comfortable in your skin to just be who you are. You know, the extra, photos, flicks, videos, it's cool. You know what I mean? But that's not you on a regular. Why you're doing it for the gram when you know that person ain't even really moving like that, but they're gonna make it look like that for 24 hours.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm with you. Yep,
That's
yep.
my first example,
Yep.
and I can go down for another list for the second example.
No, I think that's good.
So we'll start there.
Yeah.
Thoughts, feedback.
I mean, it happens. I mean, that's what the social media platform is for. It's like, let me show everybody how great I'm doing. You could literally be sitting in a dark room in a corner crying, ain't ate in 2 days, but you showing a trip you was on 2 years ago with new music and a new post. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one wants to see the process. No one wants to see the ugly work. No one wants to see the no's. You're praised by your yeses.
So I think for IG models, influencers, stuff like that, that could potentially work. But I think the problem or the struggle, I shouldn't say problem, but the struggle is when it's like, if I'm your nigga, like, we friends,
Right.
and you post, we was together last night, chilling at the crib, like just shooting shit, but now go to your story and you posting pictures of somebody's section. Like this has literally happened before. Like I had somebody down here for CIAA. We was in the car, like floating, like, just chilling. This motherfucker posted a picture of Onyx. And then next thing I know, it was pictures and videos inside of Onyx in a section. We not there. What are you doing?
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
I don't fool with that person no more because of that. because I was confused. Like, you really feel like you have to put on to make social media believe that you're doing something or you living a life that you're really not, and that's crazy to me. Yeah. And I think really what it really boils down to is a is a lack of self confidence. Like
Oh,
you
absolutely.
really feel like the world only likes you if you portray to be this person that got a lot of money and this person who pop bottles constantly, but whatever. And instead of just being who you are or not posting at all, you decide to post false stuff. And to me, that's just the most bizarre shit ever.
But it's happened so much,
So
bro.
much.
Cause when you said it, just triggered like mad events of just niggas live at home with their mom. Might post a new Challenger, some new sneakers and shit like
Yeah.
that. Be in the club all the time, like bro, like your
You
living
don't have
situation is
Yeah.
whack as fuck. And then you have them type of conversations like, brother, you should sit down. Fuck you mean I sit down, bro? Cause these hoes that you getting, you can't even take them home.
True. But it comes to a point of priorities, like, and that's what I realized, like, and that's why I just said I don't fuck with who, did that, because it's like, the thing about it is, like, some people get offended, like how you just said about, like, having that kind of conversation. And I'm the type of friend, like, if I need to say it, like, I'm going to say it. Like, it may not be what you want to hear, but I'm going to say it. So, if you think this is cool, like, bro, that's not cool. Like, you need to get your priorities together. And for me, I can't be rolling with a nigga who live with his mama. Like, granted, you got hoes, you got the bottles, you got whatever, but you rest your head in your childhood bedroom. Like, you sleep in the twin beds still.
Nigga, I seen niggas on the couch at their mama's house in little
I've seen it, or in the basement. They little basement apartment.
Instagram is what I like to call Alice in Wonderland. Like it's a fairy tale where you can be as successful, as hard, as saved, as whatever it is you want to be, and people see it, and if they don't know you, they match that with the post, and so it's cute, like it's cute, and yeah.
You ever get embarrassed? Like you ever been like chilling? Let's say you got a friend that got like a nice crib, right?
Yeah.
It's my friend. You just there because of me, right? And you see how we live in. Shit. We go to the table for the night. You ain't shipped in. You might not get shipped in at all. First one showing about nigga. What's up? Like that shit hurts my stomach.
Yeah, I can't.
I be mad as hell. I know it happens, but just like, relax, calm down. Let's reel it back in.
Well, that's why you have to be comfortable with who you are. You got to be comfortable with who you are, where you are. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people are just not comfortable.
So, what do you think for a man makes him feel the most comfortable? Like, what puts him at ease when they walk outside every day? Do you think it's having the whip, the money, the body, hoes, fly?
I think for any person,
It'll be financial.
male or female, I think is the total, like, it's the total package that give you the ultimate confidence when you
Yeah.
like just don't give a fuck, like, cause
Yeah.
I'm that nigga or I'm that bitch, like you
Yeah.
got it all. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I really feel like that's the goal, and it's like
Sometimes before you get there, though.
but
Sometimes you're
before
on the way
get
there,
yeah, it's baby steps. So I guess you saying you got one?
No, I was just thinking, like, I mean, for anybody, I would feel like, ultimately, as far as men go,
Yeah.
like, what drives us is being a provider, being able to take care of ours and our own or whoever we want to take care of. So I feel like financials would be the top of the list, because if I'm financial, I don't necessarily have to have the body. I can buy whatever I want.
Yeah, but see, I don't like them type of niggas either.
I feel you. I'm just saying. You ask an opinion.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I'm just
Yeah,
giving
yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
If I got money, I don't gotta have a body because I can buy whatever I want. So if I got the money, that means that I can buy whatever hoes I want. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
if I got the money, I could do whatever the fuck I want. So ultimately, as a man being a provider, if you're financially in a shithole, you have to have the body. You have to be able to talk to these bitches. You have to be able to do all these other things that you might not be capable of doing. So like, what we talking about at the end of the day?
I think that you're right. Like the money is the thing that's going to create all those other luxuries, being the house, the
Yeah.
car, all shit, even the body shit.
Real
For
shit. You
wanna
could really
pay
go
for
buy
it.
that motherfucker.
You gonna buy that motherfucker, right? I think for me though, if I would have to answer that, it's probably
We're not talking about ourselves.
we are, ain't we?
We're talking
we
about ourselves, and it's what we think. As
Like
well.
what we think. Like
Oh.
so for myself, it's like I think it's my home. Like I feel like having a nice home that I know, like when I run to the streets, I'm gonna pull back up to that bitch. When I leave to go out, like I'm leaving that. You know what I'm trying to say? So as long as that's put together, food in the fridge, you know what I'm trying to say, decorated, smell good, clean, like for me that my home gives me a sense of peace. So like when I leave that and it's together, and when I come back to that and it's like I'm pulling back up to my shit, like that for me does something. Cause it's like, to your point, like I couldn't imagine living the life I live now, popping bottles and and pulling up to my mom's crib like that, like
Or
drop,
even,
like pulling back
pulling
up
up
to
to
the
a
drop.
fucking roommate.
That's true.
Like,
Like
in
that'll
a
give
two-bedroom,
me,
like, you know what I'm
that'll
saying?
give me like anxiety. Like I feel like pulling up to
Depending
the
on
house.
where you live. Shout out people that live up north, boy. Goddamn, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
Facts. Your shit 3,000.
Yeah.
3,000 a month for 2 bedrooms.
But get out here in the south, where we
on
at,
now.
Yeah.
figure it out.
can figure it out.
And shout out to the younger generation. If you are staying at home, I hope you staying at home and
Doing it right.
saving money.
Doing it the
to
right way.
Buy, have
Not
a down
just taking
payment for your
advantage of
house
this shit.
and
Yeah,
all of that. You know what I'm
facts.
trying to say? Like, so we're not discrediting that either. But yeah, I think having my home together kind of make me walk out with that swag. Like, oh yeah, like, oh, this is my shit. Like, and I'm going to buy this bottle tonight. Ain't gonna take this from me.
Yeah. For me, when I hit that door, man, like I try to stay as humble as possible because I remember not having a pot or a window or nothing.
Miss a table.
Like not a table, not a table leg.
No, I'm saying because you are Mr. Table.
I'm me.
Last
me.
episode, you
You
were
me?
the table.
I'm me. Hey, listen,
You're the
I'm me.
most humblest, I got the biggest table.
Listen, I'm me. I'm
pass the
just
thermometer,
all
please?
I am is me
Like-
at the end of the day.
Pass the thermometer.
You know what I'm saying? But I remember those days, man. I remember not having nothing, man. And so everything that I've been able to acquire, everything that I have is a blessing. And so I'm comfortable in walking out and knowing, yo, like it's easy. Let me not say it's easy because it wasn't easy. Like everything was a fight, everything was a struggle, everything was a grind to get to this point. And it's like I will never take anything for granted. You know what I'm saying? And in that, like I'm cool. I don't need anybody to pat me on my back. It feels good to have the pat on the back. Y'all know my words of affirmation. Hold on, let me finish. It feels good to have the pat on the back, and that's good. But if I don't have it, then guess what? I'ma make sure that I say because don't look at me like that because there's points where I didn't have.
Words of
anybody.
affirmation is your shit.
Yeah, it is.
So you need that pat on the back.
But
I need
sometime-
you to let me
but
know I'm doing a
sometimes-
good job.
hold on,
That's
but
verbatim.
sometimes- But sometimes I got to give it to myself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like
So
I can't,
but what
I
is
can't
it?
always
So
look
what is
for
so okay?
somebody else.
So what is it when you put that Elliot got that swag walk, or when you post that picture like you was in front of your BMW the other day?
Yes, sir.
What is it in that? I mean, when you in that headspace, when you that Elliot, when you not this Elliot, when you that Elliot, what is putting you on? Like what's putting you on? What's making you know you that nigga in that moment?
Well, I always feel like I'm that nigga in every moment. You know what I'm saying?
He humble.
He humble.
I do.
But he that nigga.
But he that nigga.
Are you a Libra or a Cancer?
No, like I'm a Cancer. Like, listen,
Are you a Gemini or a Taurus?
it's called self-esteem, right? It's called self-esteem. Like I
So
feel
what it-
amazing about me.
So
in every-
and that's good. I think
Yeah,
I think if you
like-
look across this motherfucking
Yeah,
stage,
man.
we got a lot of self-esteem in this motherfucker.
I'm just
promise
all
you
I'm
that.
doing is answering the
Everybody has
question,
been
bro.
able to say.
That's all I'm doing. I'm
But
just
what-
answering the question.
Okay, so what is that one thing that you like, nigga? If it's your shoes, your
It just depends, man. Like it really it's situational. Let me put it like that. It's situational. So when I took the picture,
Pictures.
right? Now, I'm talking about the one that he's speaking to. I'm talking about the one that he's speaking to while I was standing in front of the car.
We put that shit all on the story.
It was a dope. It was dope. Like it was a dope picture. The fit was fitting. It went perfect with the car. Like it was. It
Okay,
was
so
a
take that
vibe.
one away. What about the one in the fur coat?
Oh, that was Christmas Day. You know what I mean? That was Christmas
So it
Day.
was
I was on my
Jesus.
black.
That was Jesus.
I was on my black Santa Claus flow that day.
Jesus. Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? I was on my
Alright.
black Santa flow.
Alright.
You know what I mean? But I like.
Oh,
I
shit.
feel, listen, if don't nobody love me, I love me. Point blank. Period.
All right, let me ask y'all both all three about a question. All right, this one for y'all too, because y'all on the same boat a little bit. Not really the same boat, but you guys both were a little bit overweight at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all feel that y'all were the same dudes y'all were now than y'all were then?
I was a sexy fat boy. I tell you that straight up. I was a sexy fat boy, but I wasn't healthy and I didn't feel good about it.
That's all we asked you. You feel the same? Were you at the
Like
same
mentally,
confidence
like
level?
the confidence level still there?
No. I mean, it was there, but it's different. Cause I knew I looked crazy. Like I knew I looked crazy.
So no.
So no, that's why I said. But I didn't feel bad about myself. I just didn't feel I wasn't as confident as I am.
Did you
now.
try to talk to the same type of women? When
Yeah,
you were?
absolutely.
People change, you know.
Yeah, nah. For what? Like,
Hey, look, Jay don't play. Jay still don't play. Jay never did play.
Jay ain't gonna play.
I don't give a fuck what the scale say.
I'm gonna put my shit on.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna drink my drink.
Yeah.
Hey. And I don't give a fuck. Like, because at the end of the day, even being, I think at my largest, I was probably like 50 plus pounds more than I am now, right? I still have what they call it. What's the shit? When you look at yourself, you gonna always see a flaw. Like you know what I'm saying when it comes to my body. Like
Body
dysmorphia.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. So it's
It's
just
a real
like
thing.
I don't think it's like even about like you know what I'm saying. It's like you're gonna always find a flaw. I'm my own worst critic. I know I'm hard on
Absolutely.
myself, and that's in regards to my
Absolutely.
body,
Yeah.
success, career,
Anything.
everything.
Yep.
So as far as like the vibes, the energy, everybody tell you like it's
Still been the same.
been this.
I'm just curious to ask my friend, because sometimes you can tell,
Oh,
like,
yeah, for
you
sure.
can tell the dude's
For
like,
sure.
yo, it's like the niggas that go to college and they cross the sophomore year. Now they,
Oh yeah, now they that nigga.
now he's that dude now.
He was nobody 2 years ago. No,
Correct.
I know so
So
many.
you know what I
ago.
mean? So that's why I gotta ask that, because sometimes when they get some type of level of like
Uh-huh.
stamp, they try to change on you. The way they give you dap is different.
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
The energy is different.
How they meet you, greet you.
Yeah.
They usually scream my name across the yard.
Correct.
Yeah.
So for you, once the NFL thing didn't happen,
Yeah.
did that like? Cause I know athletes like, yo, I've been
It's
that
definitely
nigga since
it's definitely a
a
blow.
long fucking time.
It's definitely a blow. But luckily the people around me helped me to not turn a blind eye to my accomplishments. And I think that happens a lot, especially with athletes. Like you've been working at this craft, working at this sport for so long, you get so close to being at the pinnacle of whatever your sport is, and then it doesn't click or it doesn't flip over, and then you have no one around you to be like, listen, you're still that guy, like you know what I'm saying, but that just wasn't meant for you. So for me, luckily, the support system I had around me allowed me to not beat myself the fuck up about not actually making it to the league, because I still was able to play pro ball. Like I still was able to get paid to do what the fuck I love to do, you know what I'm saying? And ultimately, I just had to realize like my impact on the world, what I thought was gonna be the NFL, was still helping people with fitness and shit like that, but it's not gonna be playing football. So it worked.
Okay. I was gonna ask this type of questions, 'cause I know it's just like you got a one-track mind to
Oh, big time, bro.
be this. And now
Big
it's like
time, bro.
full audible. It's like coming home and you just ain't got the show for it. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
fact.
Like,
Hell
just
yeah,
go
you
from
put in
one
all that
goal.
fucking work, man. Did you have something like that coming out of Wells?
That's what I was about to ask.
Nah, I mean, I left on a fucking bad note, nigga. I got kicked out of school, bro.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
were you there for a specific reason, or
Yeah,
were you like
yeah,
just
yeah.
going with it, trying
Nah.
to figure it out? Like,
Now, my uncle, he had a part share in the Bobcats. So my goal was to sports management. I got me internship my freshman year, work with him, get on UNC, and I'm gonna fucking become a sports agent and like get
Hell
an
yeah.
intern at J. Woo and fucking
Fact.
do that. And yeah, nigga, that shit went left.
showed your ass.
But I mean, I was depressed for like a month or two. I had to fucking move to Florida. I had no car and shit.
Yeah.
No school, fucking work at KFC and shit. That was corny. I was smoking blacks and drinking 40s and shit. But that's for a month.
Not the 40s.
Yeah, but like I said, it's
It's
happening in the
real.
corner.
Yeah.
My brother come visit me a lot, and my homeboy Matt used to call me like damn near every day, just shooting the shit.
What
like,
you
nigga,
doing?
you still that nigga? Like,
Right.
just-
You gotta have somebody.
Yeah.
bro.
You gotta have
So you-
somebody.
And like
So you-
little by little, that fire build back up.
Yeah.
bro.
yeah.
So you said it was on a month, which is not a very long time. So like, did something happen within those 30 days of you being back and forth that like was like reignited you and was like, I gotta get my like
well, it was just like,
get
all
on the
right,
right track.
everybody's in school right now. Everybody's on the way to be successful,
Yeah.
quote unquote, right? Because that time you fucking 20 years old,
Right,
college
right.
you gonna be straight.
Hell yeah.
Right.
But my thing was like, all right, fuck it. They gonna be the cool. They gonna be the college niggas. I'm gonna get my hustle.
Yeah.
So when I pull up and see them on campus, I'm not in school at the moment. I'm gonna leave for money in my pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna go work, get my ass up, get all that shit together. So when I pull up to school, I got y'all. We up like that or whatever. Like I'm gonna take that role. And my thing
Yeah.
was like, shit, I'm gonna be a little bit behind, but my niggas gonna be rock stars. So they gonna come up and get successful, get a nice job. And when I finish school, whatever, they gonna put me on. Cause
Yeah.
all my niggas gonna be bosses. So like,
Fact.
Yeah.
when I get my degree, hey bro, my shit together, hire me type shit. You know what I mean? That was the plan at the time, but then I kind of started doing my own thing. But yeah, man, that's all it was. It's just like a little minor setback. I wasn't dumb. I just
Right.
partying too much, fighting, doing stupid shit. So it's like,
And I know we talked about this with Mike before, but have you considered have you considered even like after the stuff that you've been doing and still being successful without the degree? Have you thought about going back to get your degree?
I definitely think I will. It's one of the things to where like I need to sit down. Like I need to figure out a way to be a little more successful on my everyday to day grind to where I have enough time to fucking study and get back into it. Because I've broken the streak in my household. Everybody's college graduate. It's hard to say in a black household.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be the
Yeah,
one
I was the first one to actually go.
Exactly.
So
I was the opposite. I'm the one that did not finish.
Yeah.
So it's more just for a family thing. So I tell my kids, like, yo, you coming for something.
Yeah.
We're not, no disrespect to people that didn't graduate, because shit, I'm one right now, but it's something different.
It
You
is.
say. So
It is.
I just want to finish for that. Even if it's just a fucking bachelor's, just to say, I got a piece of
got
paper,
it.
you know what
And
I
it's
mean?
funny that you say that too, because I had a conversation like 2.5 weeks ago, and I was telling my story, and they was like, "So when did you graduate school?" I was like, "Well, I left to pursue the draft," and they was like, "Wow, so you're not going back?" I was like, shit, do I need to fucking go back? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like the way things happened and the way my business grew, it's like I got to a point where I was like a full-time fucking business owner. It was like, I don't have time to go back to fucking school right now. Like, for what? Like, I'm literally running a fucking business. Like, and so like now, after that conversation, 2 weeks post having it, it's like, damn, should I just do that just so I could show my kids, like,
But
you should do
you know
this?
what's also dope about that, though, at least for our situation, or even Ellis too, if he wanted to go back, we've kind of already found our strides in what we're doing career-wise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can go to school for whatever we actually find interesting. Like,
Literally.
whatever we find dope. Like, for me, I think I'll go back to sociology. I like that class a lot.
Oh yeah, I love sociology.
Like, degree in that. Obviously, I'm not doing it for a fucking job, but
Right.
I enjoy them classes. I wouldn't mind doing a paper about that, research shit like that. So I think it's kind of the good thing in our favor.
And it's
like,
funny that you said that, because I was just going to ask, do you think that it's something that you could go back to do to obtain a degree in that could help elevate
Further
the
what you got
business
going.
that you already have
Yeah.
going?
So for me, I already know, like, and part of the reason why I want to go is like for my mom, like education. Well, both of my parents really, like, education is huge. My dad, doctorate. My mom, doctorate. Like, education is huge. My little sister, she's on her way to a doctorate. You know what I mean? So like, it is huge with with them, and with me, like, I went for a little bit and I was like, this ain't really it, and so I just struck out working.
Right.
And I have a good life, you know what I'm saying, on my path, but I definitely want to go for my mom, because I know how much it would mean to her, and then also to show my kids, like, yeah, you can go out here and you can grind and all that, but at the end of the day, like, you still want to have, if you so desire, get that paperwork, just so, like, if worst case scenario, something go left, like, let's say all this go left, right? And I have my marketing degree. Well, not only do I have a marketing degree, but I also have 20 years, you know what I'm saying, self-employed, 8 years as a business owner, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm walking through the door on that level, so it's not just an entry level thing. It's you got the experience and you got the paperwork, and you got a lot of experience, you know what I'm saying? So for me, mine would be marketing.
Y'all been throwing out some good nuggets, so I hate to, host. I don't want to, but you say
good team at the end of the day.
you say good life. So I guess, like, I'm interested, like, what does that mean for y'all? Like, what does having a good life mean?
Boy, you
So-
called me already. bro. I was
So
gonna
so
ask
for me, like I'm okay. Like, I'm always striving for more. I'm always striving for better. But right now, I'm all right. I don't really have to worry about too much right now. You know what I mean?
Define that is what he's saying.
Like, bills paid, food. Like, I can go and do when I want to. Like
You said, what? You said food?
I eat
You
out.
talking
all
about in the
time.
fridge? Are you talking
I'm
about in the fridge? Or you
I'm
talking
talking about
you
food.
can go get food?
I can either go to the grocery
The
store and
means
get
to
food,
the means
or
to
I
digest
can
food.
or I can sit down somewhere and purchase a meal. You know what I mean? But like I don't really have any real complaints. Like I don't really have any real complaints.
that's-
My
But not that you have any complaints, but like so even in retrospect, so when you were going to school and you decided not to go to school no more, when you decided to start a business, like,
So I'll put it to
what
you
were
like
you
this.
like?
All right,
This
so
is
here we
what
go.
a good life. Like,
So
this-
here we go. So the day I remember saying this, I remember having this conversation. I don't even really want to call it a prayer. It was more of a conversation. And I was like, Lord, check this out. If this is my life, if this is everything that you have for me right now, then go on and get me up out of here right now. Because I cannot do this. Now, whatever you got for me, I need you to start moving me in that direction. It's not that I don't appreciate everything that you've done for me so far, because I do. But this can't be it. And from that day forth, it's been a steady progression on this road that I'm on. Now, where is it going? I don't know. But I know since that day, it's been getting better.
So a good life to you is basically, Lord, let your will be your way. So whatever he
Yeah,
got
whatever,
for you,
like, yeah, like
just
I
falling into destiny.
I'm not, there's a scripture that says, in whatever state I'm in, I've learned to be content. You know what I mean? And so that's me, man. Like, I've learned, like I said, I've not had, and I've had. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been starving and I've been full. So I'm good either way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm content and not complacent.
Okay.
I'm content but not complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So you
On me?
right now?
That's a good question. I know I'm the one who asked it, but it's a good question because
It's a great question.
it's a thing of like
Pat myself on the back.
a good life, I think, and that's why I kind of asked you in retrospect, because like when I retrospectively think about what I used to think a good life was, not that it doesn't equate to a good life, but like I had goals set, and I was like, by 30 I want to be at 6 figures, and and I want to have a family, and I want to have a house. I actually didn't want to own a house. I just needed a house. Like the American dream, I never thought, because I didn't know a lot about home ownership. To me, the American dream felt stupid when I was younger. It was like, why would I own a house and have to fix the furnace and the da-da-da? Like,
Yep.
I want to be able to call my landlord and tell him to fix it. But now, sitting on $300,000 in equity, I now understand the investment that comes with it. So, like, a good life for me is really just like, then was like house, family, cars, like a Mercedes was my dream car, like, and in retrospect, that was dumb shit, right? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that was mostly material things. That was mostly like, outside of like the family makeup. But now it's like, a good life means peace.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, a
That's
good
exactly what I was
life
about to say.
means I'm healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? A good life means I woke up again.
Yeah.
I'm breathing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Why
Like,
are they breathing like that?
because for real. And then especially when you look on like we talked about Instagram and we talked about like the cloud of Instagram, but think about when we turn on social media, how many of us
Are dying.
so
Daily.
Left
young.
and right.
These
Left and
rappers,
right.
like
Yeah.
celebrities getting killed at motherfucking Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the simplest of activities.
Yeah.
They ain't even doing nothing. They
Yep.
eating.
Yep.
In front of their girlfriend, getting
Yep.
shot in front of their
Getting
girlfriend. You know what I'm
shot in
saying? So
front
it's
of their
just like, I think a good life is those things. Like I think it's just a heightened importance on some of the stuff that even Diddy was talking about, like who I surround myself with.
Yeah.
Like I'm quick to, like I used to be quick to cut off a relationship or a friendship or whatever because I was mad or I was angry. I think now I do that for the sake of my well-being
Yep.
and knowing that we not aligned
Yep.
and you not adding any value or benefit to my life, my family's life, so I don't need you around. And I can make that decision with such a clearer mind than before. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you do something like, fuck you. Like, it ain't even fuck you no more. I'm not even mad.
Yeah.
You just gotta go.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, like a good life to me just means those way more important things than what I once thought it was.
I like that. For me, I would have to say, I would definitely have to say peace.
Yeah.
But for me, peace is not having to worry about what comes next. So, like you said, Elliot, bills are paid, money's in the bank. If I want to move, I can move. If I don't have to move, I don't have to move.
Yeah.
So, like, the business is taking care of itself. Kids are great. Wife's good. Fucking, I can take a vacation tomorrow if I want to and come back. If I don't want to take a vacation tomorrow because I want to go focus more on the business, I can do that. If I don't want to focus on the business right now, I want to bring somebody in to manage while I'm doing whatever I want to do. Secondly, I can do that. Like, being able to create your own form of peace is a good life for me.
So being my brothers on this side and this side of me helped me because I feel like I have a hard time. I know you said content without being complacent, but I guess I'd be content but I'm never complacent. So because I'm never complacent, it don't feel like I'm truly content
And
because
like you're
I'm
not
always
fulfilled
searching
for-
for something greater or something more, or you know what I'm trying to say? Like
yeah.
when I think about the good life, it's like so how you said money is a good example. So like I was like, okay, 6 figures by 30. So then it's like, okay, so $250,000 by 35. And it's like when you hit those things, then it's just like I should feel like okay,
I got
but
you.
I'm not. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to figure out how
Oh,
I
yeah.
can just like sit in it and smile and be like,
good.
not working, not trying to take opulence to the next level, not trying to get a promotion at Google, not trying. You know what I'm trying to say? It's always like real estate investment. I just had a conversation today, like, okay, we need to have a talk. Like you moving, I like how you moving. I need some notes, and it's just like always adding something to it so that I can get there.
I got you. I'm gonna break it down for you.
Okay.
So listen to all three of y'all's answers. I get what everything y'all saying, but I think to answer Jay's question is going to kind of go to my answer. So like that peace stuff y'all talking about, Ben had that. I'm good with myself, my family, my friends that surround me. So like all that's been taken care of the past 2 or 3 years. I got the bad little devils, evils out of there. So like I'm very happy every day when I wake up of who's around me, who I talk to on an everyday basis. My peace can't really be broken. That's just dead for me now. If I'm really fucked up about something, it's because of like hit me hard. But even death don't hit me as hard as it need to. But the shit y'all talk about, you know, bills being paid, being comfortable, shit like that, that's all surface level to me. You feel me? Like to me, you're supposed to get up, get you some money, take care of your family, get your shit together. So like that shit don't make me happy. But going back to your point is, I think for you and a little bit to me and just whoever it is, it's more so you keep on saying these numbers because that's people you hang with. They just every day.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm never worried about like my job and moving up, shit like that. Cause niggas I'm around do that shit. So automatically, the promotion's gonna come. I'll find out the new side hustle they told me about. So all that shit is normal to you right now. But when you turn about 50, 40, when you say, damn, I did all this bullshit, I can really stop when I want to. That's when you don't get that full piece. Like, all right, I did it. But right now, it's just like we moving. Damn, my man's about 2 or 3 properties right there. You ain't upset, but like, all right, I know my shit a little bit more. I need to do some more. You know what I mean? It's just the company you keep. So like, I never worry about like like niggas talk about getting money. Like nigga, I ain't grow up poor. If the niggas around get money, like that's just gonna come with just the territory. If I want a nice car, now I'm in the car business. You ain't gotta have a lot of money to have a nice car. You know what I'm saying? It's just little shit you learn out the business. It's just little stuff that comes with it. So I think it's your main thing. It's just like, bro, you hang with people that just kind of got you going here, and just nobody knows where the max is yet, because everybody's in the process of growing, bro. Like it's just there's no end game yet, because niggas trying to get it to it every day, every year. The goals is different. Like it's not very minimal. Like it's just, nigga, I'm trying to retire by 50. That sounds good, but nigga, I'm putting the work in to do it.
Right.
When you sit down with advisors and you try and buy 2 or 3 properties before you buy your own self one, when you're working 9 to 5 but still killing your ass to do this too, it's like all shit's gonna come together to where all that hustle and all shit makes sense. So I think you just
trust the process.
Yeah, trust the process. Right?
One thing interesting in the process that I think a lot of people don't do on the road while succeeding and on the road to success is celebrating the small wins. Like sometimes you got to just take a second and take that step back and just look at everything and just say, okay, like even if it's just a day, an hour, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Take that step back and say, okay, I did that. I did that.
Yeah.
And give yourself credit and allow yourself to be in the moment. Sometimes that's one thing that I've been trying to do more this year is just really be in the moment of whatever's going on. Like not be so consumed about what's going on down the road, what happened. Like let me just be right here and just take all of this in. And a lot of times I feel like, especially when it comes to success, it's very difficult when you are a very goal-driven, self-motivated person to be able to take that step back and say, you know what, it's okay. Let me celebrate this. Let me celebrate this right now. You know what I mean? On the first, it made 7 years that I was here. The only thing I could think about was, well, what's next?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't even enjoy, like I had an attitude all day because in my mind, don't nobody see what I see. Don't nobody know like the vision and all of this other stuff that I got going on. So I can't even enjoy the fact that even after COVID, I've still been able to stay here and survive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've still been able to provide an opportunity for other people to come in. You know what I'm saying? It's always on the first. It was okay. Well, E, you gotta do. And I think that's probably one of the biggest downfalls, especially of entrepreneurs, is being overly critical of
Well, you can't help it, bro.
everything.
You
And
can't
you
help
can't.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
You
competing
can't.
when you're not even thinking about competing.
So with that, right, I think in the beginning of the year, we talked about New Year's resolutions
Yeah.
or like goals or however we try to, however
Yeah.
we put it. We are about 2 weeks out of the end of Q1, right? So based on what you just said in regards to us applauding ourselves or, just sitting in a moment, what is one thing you would say, like, since the beginning of this year, I committed to doing and I'm going strong with it? And on the flip side of that, what is something that you feel like you maybe haven't been doing that you need to push yourself a little harder for on this, as we're approaching this second
So-
quarter of the new year in 2023, as we talk about our progression?
So one thing that I committed to was making sure that I did something for B-Fly every day. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's creating one new design. I don't care. Like, there has to be something, at least one positive step forward every day. And every day, there's been one small or big step every day towards B-Fly, making B-Fly, the vision that I see for it. And it's starting to pay off. Like it's starting to pay off, and I'm starting to see the rewards of consistency.
The fruits of your labor.
That's been the big, and I told Mike this the other day, is consistent, not perfect. Sometimes the focus is on making sure that it's done just right. Well, it don't have to be done just right. Sometimes it just got to be done. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just got to be done. And for me, it's just been every day being consistent.
Okay.
Being consistent.
Well, fellas, I think this is a good episode.
It was a hitter. It was a hitter, man.
Anybody have any final words?
I was waiting for everybody else to answer that question.
Oh.
Oh shit. I mean, I think I've been. My list's been pretty solid. I haven't done the best with budgeting. I've still done a few extra
neither.
large expenses I shouldn't have done. However, I think that's able to get fixed. But overall, I want to say I'm where I need to be so far for Q1. As far as my work life is where it needs to go. Pod ain't where we wanted to be yet. That was on my list. I mean, we're being transparent. That's a downer, and I'm behind on the book. So, book, the podcast, and my budgeting. But I set up some other shit to get my shit together for budgeting. So I'm all right. I ain't mad about it. It's a little IUL, one of the little life insurance policies. Set that up officially. Done my documentations for that. So, they're gonna be taking money out of my motherfucking account every month to set me up for later in life. So I mean,
That's a win. That's a win.
I'm outside.
But we don't.
So yeah, back in gym a little bit.
Yeah, come on
touch
now.
off.
For me, just one of my biggest things was just being consistent, showing up every day, ready to be better than yesterday. Q1, I've definitely done that. Workouts, bringing people in, recruiting, consistency with posting, content, shifting my content from just me working out all the damn time or showing that I kill somebody in a workout to actually just putting out more information, man. Trying to lead with not with my brain and not my chest. So it's been good.
Something that I think I wanted to commit to doing this year was not giving a fuck about what people think. Right?
I feel like you've always done that, Jay.
Yeah, to a degree, but it's like, I think we talked about it even with the social media shit. Like,
Yeah.
I think even some of the stuff that I posted be like, if y'all knew some of the commentary I got or some of the DMs I got, like, on
I can
shit that
only
people got
imagine.
to say,
I can only
it's
imagine.
like, so then you try to, like, really in a little
Reel it
bit
in,
and be like,
yeah.
maybe not share so much, because you know what I'm trying to say? And it's just like,
Especially after the push and pick.
either motherfucking unfollow me, block me if you don't like it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But I think social media is one aspect, but it's just like in about just life overall. Like, drum, thrive, enjoy yourself, like,
Yeah.
and don't give a fuck about it. Do it unapologetically, and that's just what the fuck I've been doing. Like, and this has been one of the happiest years of my life in a very long time. So I'm
All
just
right,
like,
Playboy.
enjoying the moment.
That's what's up.
As far as something that I can commit to, or something that I have committed to and want to continue to strengthen, I'd probably say my marriage. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we're approaching year 10 in July 5th, it'll be 10 years of marriage. March 18th, it'll be 20 years of dating. So, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, with that comes just a lot of time, a lot of growth, a lot of change, a lot of whatever. So it's like just really being intentional about making sure that whatever it was 10 or 20 years ago that made it a go, keep it going. So just keeping that going all this year and beyond.
Shout out to Nancy.
Yeah.
She a good time.
I like it.
Well, fellas, it's been another great episode.
Big time.
Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Mr. Aaron, again for the visuals.
Appreciate
Shout
you, my
out
boy.
Aaron.
And we'll see y'all again. I don't know if it'll be next week or.
Don't do that, Diddy.
But we'll be back at some point.
What we talking about?
Let's go.